The Lord told Moses to take a census of every tribe except Levi, because they were in charge of the tabernacle and law. God told everyone where they would be camping in the Holy Land. God then reinstated his laws, telling everyone that if they broke them, they would be banished. Anyone who was sick of a disease was sent outside the camp to keep the camp clean. If someone wants to become a Nazirite, they shouldn't cut their hair, eat anything with grapes, or go near a dead body. The Israelites held a 12-day festival, where each day one of the leaders would bring a sacrifice. They made 7 gold lampstands. When the day of the Passover came, many Israelites couldn't celebrate because there had been a dead body that made them unclean. The cloud would sit over the tabernacle when they should remain camped, and lifted when they should move. God told Moses to make 2 silver trumpets. If both were sounded, the whole community met. If just one was sounded, the leaders would meet. The cloud lifted, and the Israelites finally left Sinai. The Israelites were angry at the Lord, because they didn't trust his plan. God burned the outskirts of the camp, consuming many people. The Israelites were then growing tired of eating manna, so God sent them some quail. Moses called the elders to the tent, and God put the Spirit on them. 2 men, Eldad and Medad, were upset they didn't get invited, and started prophesying in the camp. Joshua told Moses to stop them, but Moses said no, because he wished that everyone would have the Spirit. While the Israelites did get their quail, God was still angry with them and plagued them, killing everyone who craved other food. Miriam and Aaron opposed Moses for marrying a Cushite. Now Moses was a very humble man, more humble than anyone else in the face of the earth. Wait, didn't Moses write this? The Lord explained to Aaron and Miriam that Moses was just very special. God talks to him like a friend, and without any riddles. Aaron turned toward Miriam and saw she now had a defiling skin disease. Moses cried out to the Lord to heal her, and he told them to send her outside the camp for 7 days. Then she could come back.
1 week later.
After she returned, the Israelites went to explore Canaan. The leaders of the tribes returned, saying, "The land is flowing of milk and honey, but there are very powerful cities they need to conquer." That night the whole Israelite community rebelled against Moses and Aaron, who fell face down in front of the whole community. Joshua and Caleb came forward and tore their clothes, saying the land they explored was exceedingly good. If God was pleased with them, they can have it all for themselves. God wanted to kill them all, but Moses once again had to convince them. God did, however, say that no one who had fled Egypt would get to see the promised land. The men who explored the land and gave a bad report were killed by a plague. A man was found gathering wood on the Sabbath day. They brought him to Moses, who kept him in custody. Then God ordered the whole assembly to take him out of the camp and stone him. God had all the Israelites create tassels on the corner of their garments to remind them not to chase after the lust of their hearts. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram led a revolt of 250 Israelite men against Moses. These men were well-known community leaders who probably wanted more power for themselves. Moses told everyone to stand away from them, and the earth ate them, along with their wives and children. Then the fire of the Lord swallowed up the 250 men. The Israelites were once again angry at Moses, but Aaron made atonement for them. God ordered Aaron to make 1 staff for all the leaders of Israel. In the desert of Zin, Miriam died and was buried. Moses smacked his staff twice on a rock, creating the waters of Miriam. Moses sent messengers to Edom to ask if they could pass through, but they said no. Before entering Edom, Aaron and his people gathered on Mount Hor, where Aaron died. While the Israelites headed toward Arad, they were attacked. The Israelites pleaded with the Lord to deliver these people into their hands. God heard them and allowed the Israelites to completely destroy the kingdom of Arad. The Israelites then started to complain about being in the desert again. God sent venomous snakes against them, and many Israelites died. Moses made a bronze snake and put it up on a pole. Anyone who had been bitten could look at it and survive. The cities of Sihon and Og also didn't let the Israelites pass through, so the Israelites destroyed them as well. As the Moabites heard of the Israelites' conquerors, they were scared of them. The Moabite Balak ordered the Moabite Balaam to go curse the Israelites, but God told Balaam not to, so Balaam refused. Balak really wanted Balaam to go with them, so God told Balaam to go with them and only do as he says. When Balaam saddled his donkey, the next morning he began to ride down the street. It rode off the road. Balaam beat him and continued riding. They entered a narrow walkway, vineyards, and the donkey pressed up against the wall. crushing Balaam's foot. He beat the donkey again and kept riding. Finally, when the donkey was walking in a path with no room to turn, it sat down. Balaam beat the donkey again, and the donkey said, "What have I done to make you beat me these 3 times?" Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes to see the angel of the Lord standing there, sword drawn. The angel of the Lord explained that he was going to kill Balaam if the donkey didn't stop. Balaam was allowed to continue with Balak, but he could only do things that God told him to. When the Israelites reached Moab, the Moabite women seduced the Israelite men, inviting them to the sacrifices of their gods. God commanded the Israelites to kill all the leaders of the Moabs. An Israelite man brought into the camp a Midianite woman right in front of Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron. Eleazar grabbed a spear and killed them both, ending the plague. After the plague, Israel took a second census. God told the Israelites to take vengeance on the Midianites, so they went there and killed every man. Then they killed all boys and finally every woman that wasn't a virgin. God then told them what each tribe's boundaries in Canaan will be, and to designate cities of refuge and land for the daughters of Zelophehad, who died for his sins in the wilderness.